million accounts. I had so many accounts on that. I mean, I was set to make millions and millions a year. It went away like this, right? And this, and I saw it coming though, so it wasn't devastating. No, don't feel bad for me at all. I saw the writing on the wall, and I just know what this is. You know, when you're starting to make really good money, I don't care who you are. Part of you is going to get lazy. Part of you is going to say, I'm good. I know I probably should focus on something else. Well, that's dangerous. But it's easy to do, right? You know, one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about today, and we got here sooner, so I'm just going to go on with it, is taste. You guys hear me bring it up. It's my biggest frustration with the mentors. The only thing I have a frustration with is this. You get cozy making more money than you've ever made before, and you get cozy and stay there. I didn't create my system to create a way for you to get where you've ever been. I want you to have what you deserve, which is affluence. I want you to be able to set money aside, be able to invest in things, be able to grow in things. I want you to be financially independent, not financially happy. Financially happy is just one big disaster away from being financially unhappy. That's not good. Absolutely. Okay? And I've always pushed myself, I don't know why, actually sometimes I wonder, because I'm never happy with the income coming in. I'm never settling. Because I know...
Well, it's because you lost it before.
Probably, but I've been able to foresee it. But I know that it can always be gone.
Yes.
And I've had things go away. You know, I've had it where it was like, oh, that's going to be worth $100 million to keep going, and all of a sudden gone. I've had that. You're right.
Yeah.
But I've always been building a plan B, C, D, E, F. The reason why I link post blogging, which is the reason why I was able to build that system, is because that's how I live, that's how I market. I never had one product that I sold. I never had one thing that I focused on. I did multiple things because they paired off. I found something that would take that product and be able to sell another product based on it. And then another product based on that, so that my same efforts had a multiple effect, which meant my conversions overall would be better than focusing on one product. Doing that for years is what developed the link post blogging system. That and Google allowing me to take one website and do folders and index folders versus one site. It used to just be one site. That's why I used to have 20,000 domains for all the stuff I did. No joke. That's a lot of domains.
Really?
But obviously, to make good money, it made it work. Yeah, it was a nightmare. So now I can do...
One site with 20,000 ideas.
Well, why do you think I have so many short domains?
No, yeah, I know.
You know, and you guys, I get in arguments with other experts in the field. Those short domains, I can prove to you guys over years.
Just in sight.
They work better.
Just in sight, you look at it and you set the example of what you're going to look at, and not the site name. I know.
Yeah.
I'll go after it.
Besides, I can memorize it.
Everybody can.
It doesn't matter if you can memorize it or not,
That's
really.
not
You can make it your personalized license plate.
So, what's that?
You can make it your personalized license plate.
You could, other than the dot.
Other than that,
Yeah.
Another benefit is a lot of people can't drink other commercial wines because they get headaches, they feel crappy.
Sulfites.
And last week I drank another person's wine and I felt really crappy. This wine, you don't have that problem.
What this fine wine is done the natural process where sulfites happen naturally.
Yeah.
You know, when we play God and insert sulfites, it's not going to be the same. You know, there's a reason why wine is processed in a process. There's a reason why there's a natural process to brew wine. Is wine made in a month? No. But that mass-produced wine comes out every month.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why you get sick, because they have to induce sulfites to be legal on the shelf. Anytime you take a natural process and do it by man, we just miss it. We're not good enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we keep trying. Because this way here works fine. But anyway, I'll be sure. That's why. I don't know. I know the other night, well, it was a couple weeks ago. So the problem I have is we usually drink a glass, maybe two. But occasionally we open up a bottle of wine and it's so good, I'll have 2 bottles. So that happens. It's occasional. But you know what? I never get a headache from that. And I can tell you from my younger years, 2 bottles could have given me a nasty headache in the morning.
I'd be asleep before the headache.
Oh, well, you know, with white wine, which is surprising.
Poor liver.
I used to get a headache after a half a glass of wine.
cheap wine does that.
And it doesn't do that with this one.
Because it's
And my blood pressure has gone down.
okay, so here's the thing, right?
Nice.
God gives us wine. I don't care, he inspired it, whatever, that's God given. It's a natural process, okay? I'm not trying to get religious, but I can argue this if anybody wants to. Okay. So, God gives us a natural process for creating wine.
He did.
Then we go and speed it up and wonder why it doesn't work right. You know, there's a natural process, and you know, God doesn't have a thing where, I don't think God cares about time, right? It's a different thing. And if wine is going to take 6 months, 8 months to create, let it take 6 months, 8 months to create. Proper beer takes at least 4 weeks. But they mass produce that stuff and kick it out, and then they wonder, you know, it's not the same. A brew process, it takes time. The wines we get from Direct Cellars are all from boutique wineries that do it the right way. And that's why it's so good. That's why it tastes different year to year. If you can take a 2012, 2013, 2014, and they all taste the same, that wine was no way made right. It's impossible to have the same year, same taste. It's impossible in the winemaking process.
You're right.
Does Direct
That's
Cellars
what's awesome about
buy
wine.
everything about that particular wine and every single thing, every single one that winery produces?
No, they don't buy them all.
They don't buy them?
No, I talked to Jerry about it. So there's a couple wineries that produce really good wine, and they're known for it. So they'll buy like Rock Creek Winery, whatever that one. They bought 4 out of their 8 wines. They didn't buy 8, they bought 4.
No, but did they buy all of, say, the Pinot Noir? for
Yeah,
the-
they usually buy the entire thing.
That's what because I've been saying that to people. You can't get them anyplace else except,
Yeah,
Well, really you can't, because they're like across the world, and most of them.
I know that,
elite
but
wineries
I wanted to
aren't.
make sure that they bought everything.
You know,
that particular
it's
thing.
funny. When I first started doing this, I had a person. So this is on the benefit side. We have a sommelier and handpick our wine. Okay, so I can tell you personally, like I got most of my wines that I would drink. I went to the vineyard and tried them and sent them home. So my personal wine cellar was wines that I had personally gone and tasted in South Africa, in Southern Australia, right? And I handpicked those out. I didn't just go to the store and buy them thinking it might be good. I tasted them first. And we went, like if you go to the Niagara area, they don't let you taste wine for free.
No.
There a lot of places do. I'll tell you there's a difference. Niagara, you're paying. And that bottle of wine is gonna be $200. Oh, you better be paying like $50 to taste it. And we did it all the time.
Oh, I'm from Sonoma County.
Yeah.
And the winery that I worked at last year, we charged $40 a tasting.
Right.
And that did not take, you didn't, some places will take where you, if you buy the wine, then they take $40 off of it.
Oh, we never,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
If a winery gives us money back, then I'm like, your wine's not worth $200, I'm out, I'm already out.
Yeah, no.
This is why I had the hardest time with Direct Cellars, because the wines we drank, they're $200 a bottle, $100 a bottle. You know, I would go take people to dinner, and the bill for your meal would be this much,
I know,
and the
yeah,
wine would be
so
this
yeah.
much.
$300 for the wine, $100 for the
Right,
wine.
we do that all the time, okay? That's our life, that's been our life. And
Yeah.
And that's because I appreciate the wine. I actually go to the restaurant a lot of times because it's like they carry wine we couldn't get somewhere else, and we know that it was so good with that steak. I would go there, and if they didn't have that wine, we're out. We'd leave. That's true.
Sorry, you're out of it?
So I had a hard time with Direct Cellars because $20 and you call it fine wine. How good is this really gonna
And
be?
you're gonna get a lot of people into it.
Well, I know I can talk to any of them now, but
No,
it's.
but in the beginning.
And, you know, we love it obviously, but you know, there's huge markup in wine. Wine and jewelry has huge markups, right? You know, up to 2,000%. In case you didn't know. So I knew that, but still, the supply and demand, and now I get more, and after I talked to Jerry and I talked to, PJ and
Somebody else.
the manufacturing guy, when I was in Aruba, I asked them a couple of things and it made sense. But, you know, they're not getting a good price on the wine because it's cheap wine. They're getting a good price on the wine because they have to get a good price to mark it up the way we do it, right? I mean, we have a pretty good comp plan. And we're getting paid. Now, they don't have a middleman or distribution cost per se. We all pay our own shipping, right? But the reason why we get these fine wines is they literally have to go buy the entire lot up to get that price.
Do they buy the bulk wine and have it bottled?
No. They buy it pre-bottled from the vineyard.
Oh.
No, they're not a bottling facility at all. But here's the benefit for the vineyard. The vineyard produces the wine. and if they know their wine is of top quality, they're not going to sell it to direct sellers. That's going to sell in a marketplace for $100, $200 plus dollars. Okay, but if they know that they have a fine wine and direct sellers is willing to buy all of it right now because the sommelier is like, this is good, they're done. They've sold their whole thing. They made their money, and they can just focus on their business that way. Because when a vineyard sells a bottle of wine for $200 on the marketplace, they may have only got $20 for that bottle, and the markup's out there, marketing out there, right? And it's a kind of it's an interesting game that we have with this, because when they sell all their wine immediately upon delivery, we may not get that wine again, because that wine is probably going to go up in value and perceived value for the next year. But fortunately for us, there's 2,600 vineyards in the Direct Cellars community, if you will. So that's a lot of wine they have access to. And because we do control supply and demand, that's why we get fine wines overall. I asked them, as far as how big you can get, because this is an amazing benefit, But the price benefit's hard, but to get a hand-picked wine from a sommelier for $20, come on. That would never happen.
And they increase the value, right?
Yeah.
Like over time, once they drank in there.
Yeah, well, some of the wines we get, the thing about some of the wines we get, based on they're only going to shelf till, 2020, 2021. You got to be wary of that. There's wines that they make that can last for 20 years, 30 years. Those always carry a higher value. Not that they're good, because sometimes they're not. But
they carry a higher value.
Yeah, I'm getting way off point. But we have a foundational product here we can grow on. And I can tell you, I watched it in a year, 14 months. That's a brand new business to me. Like, by all sense of business, 14-month-old company is still brand freaking new, right? We're in our second year of it, and our foundation's building. Everybody here should be happy as heck that we're part of something like this, because it's only going to get better and bigger and better, and we're figuring out how to market better. So the difference with us as a marketing organization is we're adaptable, right? I'm always figuring out what's going to produce better conversions. How do we get more buyers in on a product that we know we should be able to market? And I've been figuring out these things to bring more tools and services. That took us a year to figure out. It did. That's still pretty quick. We're still growing. But, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody that's been out there doing their Instagram and their Facebook posts and their social media memes, you're going to have people starting to come in. I have it still today. People that have been seeing me do it for 16 months, they're now like, hey, I should check that one thing out. Yeah, you should. Whenever you're ready. Right? And the longer they see you doing it, part of being in business and getting customers is they want to make sure you're around. They want to make sure you're real before they buy from you. And it's really hard. There's a saying, and it's a very true saying. It's super hard to be a king in your own backyard. You guys know what that means? So basically, your peers, your people you grew up with, your high school friends, your neighbors, it's really hard to grow past a stage with them. They can't see you as a special marketer or a business person. You can't. You're better off to be a stranger and go market somewhere else. And the reason being is it's a human nature thing, okay? Now, this is hard for me to understand. I actually never had a problem with it because I was selling since I was 8. Everybody knew I was selling stuff. I already had a bar set up there and do all that. Most people, though, if you weren't in marketing before, now you're in marketing, they don't even think you're going to be an expert because they've already seen you as, Maria. Right, whatever, right?
You don't
They
know
know
what
you as a
you're
school
talking
teacher.
about.
They know you as what your career was before. Now she's a marketing. They won't even give you the credit because your peers. It's a sad thing. It's a lack of abundance thinking, which unfortunately our country's plagued with. And it's other cultures aren't as plagued as we are. We're spoiled and we take a lot of things for granted. But in our culture, in America especially, I've noticed that your friends and neighbors don't really want you to excel because then they feel bad about themselves. And if you excel, then they feel like they're less of a person. So they won't say it like that, but they're not going to support you to grow. And the thing about us as far as Lean Post blogging is we're dealing with people from all over the place that aren't in our backyard. So when we talk to them, they're going to buy into us being an expert way more than if we were their neighbor. This is why we don't focus on warm market as much. We don't need to. We got people that are coming in for a solution, and because of human nature, they rather talk to a stranger or work with a stranger than their next door neighbor. It's good and bad. And I've known this for a long time because I've been doing the study of cunning of men and how we think and how we interact and how marketing goes. But you know, we have that as a vehicle for us. You have to realize that. So that takes me to posture. We already know we have a solution. We already know it works. So you got to be confident when you talk to a new student, because they came in here for leadership. They didn't come to feel good. They came to have a solution brought to them and be led to a solution. So your posture has to be there. And if your posture is not there, something's wrong. Because we have a solution, and we're not there to be their friend. We're there to guide them and tell them what to do. And if they can't follow us, we need to know they're not going to follow us, because now I know I don't need to work with you because you're going to question everything I tell you to do, and I already know you don't have the solution or you wouldn't be here. Posture is everything. And that's something I will talk to you guys about forever, because that's what makes a difference when you interact with somebody live. Posture in your writing sequence is also a same thing, okay? Now granted, it's passive. Someone's reading your blog, it's not you them reading, you're not reading it to them, right? And they're reading your blog, but you can't be convicted like, I think it's okay. You know, no one does this, so it's good, but you know, your posture in your writing is the same thing, like, this is the best thing I've ever had, or that was the most amazing experience thanks to that fine wine I had from my club. Whatever it is, you want to be posturing greatness and your confidence in it. If your writing is weak or your posture is weak in writing, it's going to convey. We all understand strong words, strong direction versus weak direction.
You know something that when I started, I remember they said in the meeting, that was very important to go to the meetings, was I had no idea about anything or what I was getting involved. And I was talking on the phone as a mentor, you know, and I don't know what to say or how to say it. And I remember Steve said, think that you are Rory. And you know what Rory's saying right now about the wine? I will listen, and I will try to say the same word that he's saying, even though I never had the wine, or I don't know what to the marketing, but I think I put myself in Rory, and until I get better, once that I'm getting better, I understand I got it. But that's been the best way for me to be able to survive and to learn the business.
What do you do with all that wine you're getting?
Well, I send the festival. I live in Delaware. They don't deliver in Delaware.
She's in a no-ship
I
state like
send
me.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I send it to Puerto Rico. I sometimes send it to some people that I want them to have tasting of wine, and I use it as a promotion. That's what I do.
Do you want to hear something amazing? It's what, 4 bottles?
Yeah.
You can have 4 bottles stack up in your house, and come on anniversary, Christmas, wedding, you got gifts, you're good. Like this is like one of those things that doesn't need to sit, like, people know, it's the easiest thing to give away, and people love it when you give it away. I actually don't like giving away personally. I don't like giving my wine away. I really, and I have plenty.
Oh, I got couple promotions I have. Puerto Rico, because my sister has been giving the bottle. So I can call them and talk to them.
I know we're going there, what, March 22nd?
March 22nd?
We're going to be there for 2 weeks.
Okay.
In Puerto Rico.
Okay.
We're going to be going there a lot. We have really good friends there. We have a business out of there too now. I like to expand. I have lots of businesses. I can talk about that forever. But it's just diversifying, right? And they all feed what we do, so it's all good. So, but one of our really good friends, we do marketing with them. A lot of our leads, the e-biz coach, that's a partnership with them. So,
What was that?
The e-biz coach leads. My e-biz coach lead.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going there for. Okay.
Oh, really?
Also, the lead that we have coming in for our Bitcoin lead comes in to feed us. Same partnership. Anyway.
Can you circle?
Yeah, some people in Puerto Rico are doing the Bitcoin. Are you involved with that?
No,
Do
not
you know
yet.
about them?
No.
Well,
Bitcoin's
I'm
everywhere.
going to find out, because what's the news about that? My sister recorded and sent it to me, and I have to listen because people in Puerto Rico, businesses, are using the Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, they're taking over there. Well, they have a currency issue anyway, so it's good. They're basically a third world country in our country, right? Yeah. What was that, Sherry?
Circle back to what you were saying about it, the writing having to be passive, because I'm correcting all the passive writing.
Okay, we don't want passive.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You said something about the writing, the posturing.
You want
having to
confidence
be
and posturing.
Passive,
Yeah.
voice, and I'm like, no, I'm correcting all the passive.
No, we don't want to be passive. If you're passive,
Just making sure.
yeah, and this is the hard thing in the readability, it can be, but when you're strong and you use strong verbs and confidence verbs in your writing, it's going to work better to sell. It's also going to work better to paint the picture. People don't want to be something, if something looks like 50-50 okay, no one wants it. People want a defined thing, and people do not like making decisions. In general, we do not like making a decision. Now, I like to make decisions to move on things in business, but when it comes to what we're going to eat, I hate that decision, right? If someone came on the radio and said, Rory, you're going to go get prime rib tonight, I'd say, okay, let's go get prime rib. I would just go with it, okay? That's maybe a bad example, but here's the thing. Passive means you're not giving a direction. Being, what's the word, assertive and with confidence, and you want to do that in your writing as well as you do on the phone when you're working with people. So, you know, the dynamic thing about the lead process that we have is we bring a lot of people that want to just make money posting links, which works, especially the thing post blogging, but they want to be more passive. Well, being passive and letting the marketing work is great as long as they're going to have confidence. But if they want to make that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $8,000, $10,000, it's going to take a longer time to get there that way. And that's why we got to speed up the process. Time will get there, but the way we can speed up time is getting on the phone and speeding up the marketing process. You know, if I can talk to you, I can sell you faster than give you something to read, because the verbal communication is always better than written. You know, however, written, we can get in front of people we would never gotten in front of physically because we can only talk to one person at a time. So it's got a place. But you know, if you got a way to create a lead or someone fills out a thing and you follow up with them, be confident. You know, time in the call. That's why we give you guys support. Now I'm gonna go on the wine. You guys, we make a lot of money in this as far as a product. We get paid a lot. You know, I sold Wine of the Month Club for years and got paid like $20, $40 per sell one time. And you know, you guys saw me do that research stuff, right? And I did the comparison in my training. And all it did was bring light to me why I was so excited to have wine as a product in the first place, that we got paid on residually.
Okay.
People are customers of wine for years. They are customers for years. I don't want to get paid one time for that. Yeah, well, trust me, I know. Right?
Trust you both.
You know, I have people that are customers that complain every now and then. They're like, oh, I really need to get going on this. It's been 8 months. Well, talk to people. They don't say, I want to get out. They just say, oh, I really should talk to them. It's been 8 months. No one complains about the product because it's wine. That's what's so good about it. You know, you don't get complaints like, man, I don't know what to do with these pills. I don't know what to do with this. I can't take them. I forgot for a month. Now I'm way behind it. You know, I got to cancel for a while. You don't hear that problem, right? You know, they just say, oh, I need to do something with it. Yeah, you're missing out. You do need to do something with it. You know, we have so many resources to help them and guide them. Let's just get going. Now, on blogging for wine, this is such a wide open topic. Every variety has different keywords we can use. Malbecs, Merlots, Cabernets, Cab Shiraz, all the blends. Every one of those has something we can write up about. You can literally create a new wine page every day without a problem and never get done. You want to have as many of those as possible. There's never too many. Those keywords are sought out. They're always going to be sought out. Okay? And every time you write those, you can direct those and look to cross market. It's fine, right? The more products we have to cross market in new articles, the better it is. Okay? And the reason I'm gonna point this out, this goes back to the benefits. Okay? I did that Wine Magic page that was like, I don't know, probably February last year. It's been out for a while, right? Because I was trying to sell the benefits of something that I knew we related to. If she's having a hot bath and she's had a hard day, you damn well better know she's got a glass of wine with her. And if she doesn't, I better bring one to her, else I'm gonna have a rough night. So, right, you calm down with it. She's good. I'm embarrassing her. I just know, like, I'll say, do you want some wine? She's always, yes. She never says no, actually.
The bath salts?
That's what I'm talking about. So here's the thing. From my own experience with my wife, I know that wine and a hot bath just go together. They just go together, right? It's relaxation. A hot bath is relaxing, right? And the more we can paint that picture, well, when we got this product, when you brought that into my office and I was like all excited, is because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a cross-marketing item, right? It's a cross-marketing item. And the reason why I like that is because I'm gonna get them to want wine and make sense for the wine because that bath sure sounds good. That bath sure sounds good. Most women, if they have kids, a bath is a luxury they don't get very often.
Free time.
They want it, and if you know that my odds are they're having a bad day today. My odds are, well, I know how the mom goes, right?
My dog when my kids were little was there splashing me.
Right. Yeah, not till they got older did she even have time really just to have like a long bath, like a relaxing bath.
No, you're a mom.
No way. They're knocking on the door. Mom, are you doing this?
Yeah.
I used to be the one knocking on the door.
So this is a cross-marketing thing, and I want you guys to understand the benefit. We can focus on how luxurious, how nice it is to have the hot bath, relax, and you know what makes it complete? That glass of wine. That's all we got to say, and say, I am so grateful for my Wine of the Month Club, so I know I have wine ready so that when I do get to have a nice hot bath, I always have wine on the ready. That little statement right there is going to sell more wine than saying, you got to get wine, you got to get wine. We don't need to be in their face. I painted the direction of the wine with the bath. I could add a whole article on how great that bath was, and I found the right soaps that I want to use, and then I glued into wine. That's cross-marketing, right? And sometimes just that cross-marketing, then they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to have a bath again with that wine. That's what we want. We tie them in. In marketing, if I sell you on one thing, that's great. If I sell you on two things, I'm going to make more money for the same work. But we are all products of association. Meaning, if I do one thing with one thing, I don't ever want to do that without the other thing. It becomes a pattern. If I have baths and I have wine with baths, when I have a bath without wine, something's missing. That helps tie in for a long time.
Question. So in other words, could we combine it from like with another merchant from like CJ.com or ShareASale with that sells like bath salts?
Anything you want. You got the freedom to do all that. Amazon. What do you want to pick?
Bath salts or bath.
Well, I know I did my wine pages, and I tie in a lot of Amazon stuff, right? You have to be kind of careful about it, but Direct Cellars at the moment doesn't offer a lot of like wine openers or fancy things that go with wine. So I did a thing on wine and how to throw a wine party, and I would have my Amazon links below that would pull up every type of opener possible, every type of wine decanter possible, and then I had the thing about wine, and that was on there. Okay? The day I added that, I thought this is a great idea on cross-marketing, right? Months later, we get paid on wine accessories all the time now, and that's the only place I have it. So that's Amazon pulls up any product. I want you guys to open your mind on the cross promotion, but wine is a foundational thing. Okay, how many people here have a wine and chocolate ad or page, offer page?
He does.
Yeah, I know you do.
I do too.
I read yours. It's awesome.
Right.
Okay, wine and chocolate goes together. Now, me personally, you guys, in case you guys haven't heard, I have a bad problem. I love dark chocolate too bad. It's dark chocolate and wine in me is great.
It's not a bad problem. It's good for you a little bit.
You know what? You give me a bottle of Merlot and you give me a dark, like 76% dark cocoa, like fancy bars, a little bit of salt. Just put me in a corner. I'm fine. You don't even need to talk to me for a while. Okay? And I have stashes of the chocolate, and I'm just saying, like, an article on that is great because, like, when I have a piece of chocolate, I literally, I'm like, I need wine. I just, the taste of it together for me is, that's what I like.
That's the missing piece.
Yeah, it's really hard to have without us.
Wine, you can't, even the missing piece is the others.
And I just,
We need to talk about
but that's something that relates, right? Now, we don't sell chocolate as like a program, right? But we have chocolate, well, there's a million chocolate things in Amazon. A gazillion of them. Pick some, I don't care. There's a whole category you can pull up, right?
I haven't pulled my category.
CJ.com has Russell's, Godiva.
Godiva's a little picky.
They took me, they probably are kind of picky. I have traffic though.
You're
If you have traffic, you can get anything.
right.
You know,
You're good with Amazon.
you're good with Amazon. Well, Amazon pays better than Godiva anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get you guys to open this up, and you know, when we're working our time to write, if you don't know what to write about, like I tell you to spend half your time on content, if you don't know what to write about, just write about wine, because you're not going to go wrong. Write about wine, okay? And you know, a long stressful day, how to de-stress from your day. An article about de-stressing, and it can always tie in. And the best way to start out was, you know, get home, pour a glass of wine. Sit down, give yourself 5 minutes to calm down, drink that wine, reflect on your day, and then shut the day off. You know, articles that write, I'm telling you, you write an article about how to de-stress, that's something you can share, that's something people look for.
De-stress your day.
And so we're cross-promoting. What are we cross-promoting? Advice about distress, and wine's involved. And bath salts.
With chocolate.
Yeah, so and that's why I got so excited when we got a Soap Creek, because that gave me a cross-marketing thing that just tied in with wine.
Yeah.
So what else ties in with wine?
Cheese.
Everything.
Perfect.
Crackers.
Cheese. Okay, hold on. Let's start with cheese. Start with cheese. Let's go one at a time, guys. This is really important. I need you guys to understand this. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to cover this so deep. Cheese, right? You write an article about what wines go with what cheese, whatever it is. We can all pull that together. Well, we can sell cheese through Amazon or anywhere else as well. We can cross-promote cheese. Okay? And our wine's always part of it, right? Okay. Crackers, same thing. Crackers, cheese, wine, same thing. There's crackers they can order on Amazon. Unfortunately, I think you can buy anything on Amazon.
I'm
Right?
gonna tell you, I have probably one of every ad for wine and whatever.
You're my awesome exception
I got
right now.
25 pages of wine and whatever.
And you keep doing more. No, you're my awesome exception.
That he did a page on
How many customers are you?
I know that was a great article.
love.
Yeah. Paul's my awesome student exception that just goes above and beyond. And if everybody did what he did, we would be getting so much further faster. That's why I'm glad he's a mentor. Okay.
This is how a pirate feels.
What else goes with wine?
Beef.
Food.
Beef, absolutely. Steaks.
Fish.
Good. Hold on to fish for a second. We got Omaha steaks. We got all sorts of things in CJ for that.
Strawberries.
Amazon has steaks as well. So you can pair things up and show them how to do all that. Okay?
Jazz,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you start pulling music in.
wine and jazz.
Absolutely.
I got one.
This is why I wanted to brainstorm.
I do have
Quit
one.
bragging because you're amazing.
I'm not.
No, you are though.
I'm not.
Paul, you are though. It's awesome. You're not bragging. I was being funny.
Okay.
No, Paul, you guys, he gets it, and he got it really quick. And I don't know what day the light bulb went off. He went from struggling to just kicking out
2 months
content.
ago.
Was that?
2 months ago.
No.
January.
Is that when it kicked in?
Yeah.
And you've been a student for how long?
Oh, yeah.
No, 8 months.
Now, Rory,
Okay.
his light bulb went off 2 weeks in.
You would know.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Absolutely. Wine is gifts. There's that. Flowers and gifts.
Valentine's Day.
Okay. So actually, that's great, guys. Listen up. This is actually I wouldn't even thought about this, but this is actually even better. So flowers and wine, flowers and gifts. Wine as a gift. You can write. You know, we're focused on, like, we did the Valentine's thing. We're doing Mother's Day on that last submission thing, and you know, wine is a perfect gift for about anything. If someone dies, I can give them a bottle of wine to make them happy. That alone, how many gifts can you do that with? How many gifts can you do that with? Okay, it's the worst time of our life is when we lose a loved one. But if I show up and give you a bottle of wine, I made you happy. I promise you. I want you guys to understand how powerful wine is. If I give you chocolates when someone dies, it doesn't have the same effect even. But wine, you know I'm saying, relax. Everything's going to be okay. I don't even have to say that. I just give you a bottle of wine and said, I'm so sorry for your loss. What gift can you do that with? Wine. I don't know any other gift. I don't.
Oh.
No, because it don't have the same effect.
No, flowers, they get, if you give it to a woman and it's cut, she's going to say these are going to die too. You can't, you'll lose. Wine is just an amazing thing. So you bring that up there. That right there is an article by itself on how wine can help a grieving situation be better. That's one article by itself.
Oh my God, there's thousands.
Oh, of course they're in. We can have this forever.
Tequila.
So what else does wine go with?
Sunsets and wine.
Fantastic.
Pasta, red
Tequila.
wine and cheese, red wine and, oh my.
Silly.
Just search it.
Absolutely.
Hot tub.
Picnics. Red
Yeah.
wine.
Hot
The
tub.
hot tub, the whole
Hot
set.
tub.
There's bath,
Fire
there's hot
pit.
tubs. They're separate, right?
Yeah.
Wine and a
Fire
hot
pit.
tub.
So do we all the time.
Yeah, went out.
So that day I told you I drank 2 bottles of the white wine, that was in the hot tub, actually.
Now, all I got to do
No, I'm
is
not kidding.
affiliate link for a hot tub,
I
you'll
took
be
the
all
whole
set.
bottle, I drank that one, I drank the other one. So the thing I like about Direct Cellars, and I'm on a segue, I'm pretty particular about my wine, but I get new favorites all the time. All the time. And actually, usually she points it out first. Somehow she opens the bottles before I get home sometimes.
Oh, no.
He doesn't get home till like 10 o'clock at night.
I'll get home and she'll go,
I'm a bottle in, which I
I
I probably need to thank wine for my marriage being so sound, actually.
I wanted to ask, for that bottle opener thing where they just stick it in the
There's
bottle and
Cord
they
that
don't
reseals.
and it reseals.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
That's a Corvette?
We bought one of those, we had a hard time making it work. And here's the thing with me. If you guys saw, like if I opened 100 bottles over the last month, the amount of those 100 bottles that ever lasted more than that night, I don't need to save anything. Like if we don't drink bad wine, like usually it's pretty good. It's like, are you gonna finish it or am I gonna finish this? Like she's usually really nice to say we'll split it. We're really nice about it. And sometimes it's like, well, we have another bottle. Let's go into it. But,
Marketing to a single woman just sitting there drinking.
You're not marketing to a single woman.
I can tell you something really quick. Just telling you right now. They're a single woman. That bottle's all theirs. Single women drink more than married women.
Oh, yeah.
I know already.
I know wine accessories like that.
So, this is one of the things I want to really focus on. You can offer to something. You want to write an article about it? Great. Here's the thing. We have, and this is more of the direction I would go with it. We have fine wine that's so good you want to share with others, but you might need 2 bottles to share with your best friend. It's that good. That's the angle you want to go with. Based on plenty, based on abundance, not trying to save it for the next day. We have more coming.
Okay.
It's just the wrong direction. I wouldn't even go that way. That's why I like. That makes sense.
Saving it, it's buying
I
more,
did a
right?
whole thing.
Just buy more.
on
Buying
You're
more.
worth it.
Keep buying.
wine drinkers,
All about it.
and that there, then I did one on supply wine drinkers who are more interested than beer drinkers.
That's a great article. And
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can tell you firsthand. I mean, we've gone to a lot of parties, a lot of like social parties, donation, charity, foundations. Once wine's involved, the conversation's always better. There's people you would never want to talk to. If you get wine, you can actually relate to something because the noise just goes away. You can't do that with beer.
Get drunk.
Beer makes
Wine
people
is louder.
That's what it
Beer
is.
gets louder.
You just
Yeah,
don't care anymore.
it's just an amazing thing. It's because of what it is. It's because it's got that depressing quality, not depressing, depressing.
And it's also classic.
Well,
You could make a Ku Klux
Definitely is
Klan people get
classy.
along with the
Swinging
black
along
people.
with it's not classic.
Do they just don't care? They're too drunk.
That's a good year.
yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from. So, okay, so I wanted to open your guys' mind up about that. Cover the posture and the writing, but here's the other thing. Okay, we do marketing that's ascension marketing, right? Blogging, content marketing is ascension marketing. People got to read it multiple times. They got to buy into it. They got to make that emotional change. We've been only doing this for 16 months. We're starting to now have students get sales, right? 16 months into it. Just so you know, that's pretty quick. That's pretty dang quick. You know, some things sell quick once in a while. Wine has a propensity, if we start seeing that now, we're going to start seeing that across the different areas. You know, seeing that spark up like it has, I already know what to expect, okay? Now, I saw results really quick, but you guys, I got 50,000 on a bad month that go through one of my sites. I got traffic coming, I've been doing this for years, so when I put something out, I expect something to happen. You know, when I first launched the wine page we all use, the first one I give everybody, right? The fine wines page. The first, because of my traffic, people coming in, they come back, I do my emails right. The first 6 days, I got 7 people that signed up off that blog, including Nicholas. Just because of traffic I already had in there. Without me promoting it, without me doing one social media post, just some traffic to my site. So, when you put that in perspective, we've got students here that have been here for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years now. Some of them might be longer. How long you been in? 3? And then, Tony, how long you been in?
Year and a half. Well,
No way.
no, was it?
You were in before
Started
Leslie.
September of 2016.
Now that traffic.
Wait, that's probably true. Because you were, okay.
Yeah,
Well, Leslie became my student the same way you did. I had a mentor,
Really?
I got rid of a mentor. Yeah.
Oh,
She was under Edward too, right?
And I did too.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Yeah, because that's just how I am. I like to roll it up. Okay. Luckily, I don't have to do that much now. I got such a great support team. Oh, I gotta love you. Okay. So 3 years.
I love you, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And awesome.
To all of you.
So we got students, and the longer they're in with us, if we can keep them around, they're gonna see the results. Like, I know for a fact to keep doing the work, it's gonna happen.
Now, when you did that traffic, you got that traffic by Response Magic? With
Response Magic doesn't bring me traffic other than repeat traffic. See, I market like I teach you guys. I do the exact same thing I teach you guys to do. Now, before I had the Instagram and I had like some professional meme stuff I did traffic with, I had a little bit of edge on you guys, to be honest. I
When you
do.
say when you send the email, what email? What email do you send? Response Magic?
Yeah, all my Response Magic's my emails. All my emails. You know when you get my student updates from the calls? That's all Response Magic. I use that for everything, because it works.
do you use it on dripping?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
And quality control?
So, wait a minute. No.
Quality control is the only thing that's manually done.
That's different.
That's a different process, though.
Okay.
That's me
You
working.
have that mask on you, okay? Don't be that.
Yeah.
That's you.
Okay, so we have a question.
Oh, no, I was adjusting my camera.
Oh,
We'll get that shit.
If you're not an expert of that magic response, can you direct that back to them to figure out what's wrong?
okay. Step forward a little bit. Okay.
If your magic response isn't so hot.
Response Magic.
Yes.
Okay.
See? Is it so hot? Then how can you get corrected on that and go back and get it set right so it's operating like it should? Can you
It's not, you can manually change it anytime you want. You just go and change the autoresponders messages you have in there. Go through that step again that I put in the fast start training.
Okay.
Go through that step again.
Cause he actually added some stuff on there. So basically, I would suggest, just from me watching it evolve,
Yeah.
always go back and review steps.
Oh, yeah.
Cause he
Yeah,
adds more content
Yeah.
all the time. It's a class. It's just like you went through the class for the first one. You go to the second one, you gotta review the other stuff you have to. Because he's adding it and perfecting it
All the time.
every minute.
Can I say something? I listen to them videos probably like every month at least, so like it refreshes, because really that's what you need to do. It refreshes your mind on what you need to do, what you need to add. So it's not like you watch it once and it's gone. You gotta watch it again and again to pick up the.
Yeah, and every
Well,
time you hear something different you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
like Steve says, if you get one little thing out of this whole hour conversation, you're
Yeah.
doing good.
Right, and
And
then
if
watch
you keep
it
going
again.
back,
Go back and pick something else up. Yeah, it's layers. You know what, you guys,
Oh, you know what I did? And you
Maria?
keep telling us to say the Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah. I put the Instagram scene
Yeah,
in
you
the page.
post,
I
yes.
finally did a page. I put the symbol of Instagram at the bottom and on the side.
On your pages?
On my page, on one at least, and I have to put it on the other
Well,
one.
let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I am. I put it in already. I put the symbol.
So-
Do you remember you told us to do
Yeah,
that?
I did tell you to do that.
And I keep forgetting and I did it.
I even forget some of that stuff. You know, there's a lot to do. And here's the best part. We can always go back and fix it. Right? We all have control of our system. We can all go and change it any time, right? There's a lot of things that change. And when I see something that works better, I'm always updating it. You know, that's what I would do with, you know, everything I teach you guys are things that I'm doing a living. And things get better, I'm looking for it. The thing that's really good about being on the internet and technology side is it's never still. It's always moving. Sometimes it's not always moving forward. Sometimes, you know, WordPress brings out a release and I want to shoot them, but it's always changing, right? And then they fix it. So, I'll tell you guys this right now. Leslie's a great team. They've been really good to work with us. I tested out probably 100 and 150 different things before I stuck on Leslie.
Great.
Enough said, I'm done. So this is the WordPress theme, in case now that we're sidetracked. It is a coincidence. They're supposed to be making it more mobile friendly. And they've been having some problems because it's supposed to be when they go to mobile, they can click and pull our downline out there. That theme works the best for what I created as far as we put blogging, and I'm testing some other ones out, but I anticipate them to make that different. But the same thing works still. You know, this mobile and smartphones are taking over more, and so we're always looking to adapt. So don't be surprised if I come out with a custom one that I'm building right now. I'm looking at a company I might have to pay them a lot of money to build. I'm looking for a solution because Leslie was supposed to have it done. And if they can get it done, great. I've been patient. I'm just bringing that out. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. But I'm always looking to make things better. Always. Because the better I make it for all of us, the faster we get where we're trying to go. And I want you guys to understand where things are going. Okay? If you've never had a business before, it's hard to understand where things are. But if you look back at where you started and where you are now, you should see progress. Even if it's just content. Okay? We got a lot more people here than we had in New York City by far, which is only a few months ago.
And me too, sorry.
Troublemakers. So, I want you guys to understand, like, back to where I was trying to go, 16 months ago, 2 years, 6 months ago, we added a lot of students in 2017. Well, those students are progressing now, right? And we're adding more and more students. We're just gonna get bigger and bigger as an organization. Because what we do works, we're getting people to stick, and because mentors, because you guys were students first. Now you're a mentor, your conviction is there, you know it works, and that's passing on down. And we just gotta keep people in it for themselves, right? Stick around, follow this. This is a new process, a new education. You know, you went through elementary school for 13 years.
No.
Oh, sorry, you went through school. You went through basic education for 13 years. And you learned what? Apparently, I don't know what I'm thinking, all right. Okay,
Simon, why you want me to study so much? I can be a millionaire without having to go to school that much.
Apparently, you can still be okay if you don't understand things. Okay, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, people put a lot of time in to get to a place, and they're really impatient when it comes down to them being the failure point. And we just got to hold them accountable. And we got to be stern and have the posture. Do you know how many people I've talked off the ledge from quitting? There's a lot of people here that wouldn't be here.
One.
How many times?
Oh, several.
But that's the love it takes. It's easy to quit ourselves, but it's hard to quit somebody else. And you know, I'm so happy that we take the passion and care for other people, and that's what gets us there. You know, but by doing that, look where we are now. Look where, and I can just tell you, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We're building an empire of our family. We're building something that is making a change and a difference. We're helping incomes and debt and so much, and it's so awesome to see it grow. But we're just getting better. It's only, even in 6 years, that's still a brand new thing. You know, I had to figure out a lot of things those first years.
Yeah.
You poor guinea pigs that I had to adapt to stuff that was there, but you know, and it's really hard. It's hard for me to communicate a lot of things because well, it is. Because I think at a very fast pace, and I have a hard time understanding why people can't grasp it. Now, I've gotten a lot better over the years. Doing this has been a very good exercise for me. That's also why it took me 4.5 years to figure out how to teach somebody something I've been doing all my life, right?
Yes.
And she knows how I am, so, but, you know, you mentors make it better for me because you guys learn a certain way and you guys can reciprocate that, and I just really appreciate it. Because I wanted to impact as many people as I could, but it's kind of hard if you only do it one at a time. And, you know, when I first set out to teach this, I don't know, I was pretty arrogant. I thought I could build a system in 6 months. I could teach this in 6 months.
I can do this in my sleep.
Well, because I don't,
And that's how we sometimes think when we start link for blogging, we can get it done in a couple months or in 2
Right.
weeks, and it's not like, it's a process.
Right, it's a process.
And people ask me, are you making money? I said, well, you know, or why are you doing it? I always say, listen, this is a multiple stream of income. I said, you have to choose what way you want to go and make your money. And you start, because like I start mentoring.
Right.
That was the way I started. When I started, we did not have all these rules that we have now for mentoring and all this training. But if you want to make money, you can start money with wine. You know, it's not an excuse to don't make money. You just have to find how you want to get it done. And anyway, all the different people have different connections. You know, some people maybe know people that love Amazon. Some people maybe know people that love,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it's just, that's what I always tell them. When they ask me how much money I'm making or how I'm making, I put them on there.
Yeah, I don't get that question so much, and I'll bring this up there. You know, you got people that look at what we do when they come in, and a lot of them are looking for a way for this not to be successful or work because they don't want to find something that works. Because now they have to work, right? And we're all, to a degree, we all are a little bit hesitant to do work, right? Not everybody, but we're all. I'm speaking in mass terms, like, and I know because I've been with the leads forever, and you know the thing about how much are you making, that doesn't mean a difference because we all put different effort in there, right? And if someone asks me how much I make, that doesn't matter because I'm not paying their bills.
Yeah.
They're paying their bills.
Well, what you make has nothing to do with what I'm gonna
Right.
do.
And it's an ignorant question. And actually, as soon as I know somebody asks that, then I just turn it and say, what I make doesn't matter. This process works. How much you want to make is going to be depending on what you do. So let me ask you, are you gonna work, or are you looking for a way out? Because you want a way out, take it now. Because you found something that works, but you're going to have to work.
That's what I said.
That's the best way to deal with that, because that question is a very ignorant question, right? It's a very ignorant question. You know, it's and you can relate it to anything. You know, and there's a lot of things that come up with that, but you got to realize, guys, you know, the leads that we bring in are targeted to what I wanted to work with and what works well with us. And I brought this up before, you know, we bring a lot of people, the average age is 58. That's the average age of our lead. They go from 40 to like 80 something is the range.
I got it 92.
Mine's 93, I have still have the record, and she's a sweetheart. Okay. but it happens. But here's the thing is, I found the right niche for what works best with us that we can teach with. If we've got people that are like beat up, that are right, hey, I need help. I mean, everybody in this room that came here, you guys came for help.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I need help. I hope this is real because I sure need it.
Yes.
And we are that.
This guy is real.
Right?
I'm looking at young ladies.
Yeah. But the same people, a lot of times have been scammed, ripped off, and a lot of times they felt because they didn't have someone that was going to believe and put time in.
Nobody had the training you have out there for a system like this.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I knew what it was going to take to teach somebody, because after 6 months and I couldn't teach even a close friend of mine, I knew I was in for a long haul. I did. It's a true story. You guys, I have people, you know, I tell the story a little bit. You know, we had people, I had friends that came to me, like when the housing market dropped, a lot of people are destitute, and I can make money all the time, and people are like, I want to do what you do, because you can always make money. I'm like, oh, I'll teach you. Oh my gosh, that was hard. How do you sit down and teach him all this stuff that I just go on the computer and do? Like, if you watch over my shoulder, you're lost, because I'm bouncing around so quick, right? But then I realized I needed to share this, and I had that big awakening, and I started putting it together. And you guys, I'm a bulldog on idea. If I say I'm going to do something, I don't quit till I do it. I will get it done, or I'll die doing it. And whatever. I mean, she supported me through the whole thing, which was really great, you guys. Because when I told her 6 months, I think she knew me better than that. Anyway, she'd probably go, whatever. She never said much. She just like, oh, so how's it coming? You know, how's it coming? It good? And I'd be like frustrated. I work with a few students, and like, they're not getting it. I don't understand. And you know, and I'd have people sitting right next to me, and they wouldn't get it. And that's how I refined it. But you know, that love and caring is what you guys pass on. Like what I did, all that work I did to build it, you guys pass that on. That's why we're getting big. That's why we're helping people. It's not a process that people can learn in a day and solve their problems tomorrow. I don't know that solution. No. I know the solution of I can teach you how to fish and teach you this new process. If you do it right, it's going to impact your income. And you know what? If you want to make it a career, here's the path to do it. You want income partially, here's how to do it. That's all I can do. Truth. I can tell you what the truth is and how you get there. But I can tell you one thing: you quit, you're going to get nothing. You stick around. I mean, that guy I had on the call, Marvin, great, amazing example. Quit, you don't want it. And then, you know, I obviously when I see something like that happen, I contact their mentor. And we're like so excited. He had no clue it even he decided it happened. He had no clue how it worked. But he was like saying, I was getting ready to quit. I wasn't seeing anything. I'm like, well, I'm glad you didn't quit. If you would have quit a month before this, could you imagine not having this now? Now you're getting the payoff. That's what I know happens. That's why I tell everybody in the call, say, don't freaking give up. Don't give me an email that says, I want out, I've done 100 posts, haven't made a penny. Don't even give me that. I've already done 100 posts before I got your email today, and I don't know what that's going to give me either, but don't tell me it doesn't work. Massive action creates massive results. Keep going. Try to saturate it out there, right? The content's important. Now, I'm going to go back to the cross-marketing and wine. It cross-markets with a lot of different things. Travel. We got Excel Trip. That's kind of a really cool thing, right, that we're part of with that. It's a blockchain technology. It's really going to change the way travel is done. But you know what goes with travel? Wine. Of course. It just does. You know, I travel to get my wine. You know, we don't have to do that, but the thing about it is it segues into it. Another cross-marketing thing, okay? Now, relaxation, stress, de-stressing. We got computer, we got various Bitcoin offers and whatever else we're going to have down the road. Who knows what else is coming to us. But when you reference that, you can say, look, the financial market's crazy, things are going on. You know, just get mining some Bitcoin with computer so it's building up. Come home after your hard day at work, have a glass of wine, and look at what you're doing. Reference to things like that. That's a cross-reference to something that we have. You know, that computer offer, you guys, I know it doesn't look like a lot to other people, I can tell you, I know what that means with the 5 tiers of referrals that we can create with that. And we got the Asian thing coming on.
I'm so excited with that blockchain. I had the vision.
I'm glad.
I have it because, you know, I understand what you talk about the when the emails. And my dad in the 1984, he was, when I moved here to the United States, he used to say to me, and he was the camera and he wanted to see me, and he said, you're going to see how the phone, are you going to be able to see the videos through the phone, see each other, nobody's going to be far from anyone. And then Rory's saying about the PayPal, about the email, about when the car, all the examples that you put, and I'm seeing this thing with the Bitcoin, and this thing's going to be big, and I can see it like in the next 5, 10 years, you know? had that.
But the thing about it is, okay, so cryptocurrency is going to be volatile. It's going to go up and down, right? It's like stocks, but even more so. And the reason why is there's only 25 million people in cryptocurrency. Probably more than that now, but 25 million. In the course of 8 billion people on the planet, 25 million isn't very many. So the market can't sustain itself for stability with 25 million investors or people involved. It's going to be very fluctuating. A single organism with, you know, $2 billion can really quake it. One country can really quake it. As it gets bigger and more people involved, it's going to get more stable. That's a problem if you're not an investor, okay? And most people are speculators that are getting into it now. However, it creates a lot of content we can write about. I want to open your minds and minds up on this. An article like how to survive the ups and downs of cryptocurrency, how to survive the ups and downs of Bitcoin. And in that article, it's telling be relax. This is, transforming. Things are coming and going. Take it easy. Take it with a grain of salt, and just relax. My best idea is come home, have a glass of wine, watch Friends that, make decisions better. Every time I'm going to throw that in. And it's the truth what I do anyway. I look at the computer thing and I'm mapping out stats. I usually have a glass of wine in my hand just so I can relax and look at it. We're marketing something with that. For instance, let's say, Tony, how many people do you have in your computer? You said you got a couple more, right?
I just got one today.
Well, you're gonna have a ton more soon. Really soon. You won that article, so you get my work. I get about 10 new personals a week right now on mine. So I'm putting all the work on yours out there. But anyway, how many you got? How many you're at?
Now, after all I have 9 personals and 4 that Donald did.
Yeah, because he's getting it. Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm small.
Right, and this is a free program, right? That we can pay to use it. Well, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's still going to be around. It starts building, right? I'm just saying it's a proponent. This is what's fun about what we do. We have multiple streams of income, right? I'm looking around to make sure who's here. Okay. I know, I'm going to make sure that I'm past the DC only thing a little bit.
Rory.
Yes.
My investment broker sent me an email today telling me.
Okay, well, we're still here.
Your investment broker did?
We're dying on it.
Cool.
You waited till now? You said to buy at 6,000, still get 9, 97?
I didn't buy that. I just got it.
Well, you got mainstream companies, investment companies saying keep away from it. Now they're like, well, look what's happened. Okay, so I got to tell you guys about something that I'm a risk taker to a degree. Actually, I'm a risk taker. I'm a gambler. Let's not even shirk it.
This is great. Thanks for that.
Okay, so Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, there's a little bit of risk because we started marketing it before it became adopted by everybody. Do you know what happens when you market something once it's adopted by everybody? It costs a lot more to market, and you're a me too. You have to take the risk and see something that's worth marketing and dive in fast and get going. We got into the Excel trip right away. We all got an amazing benefit from that.
I have a question on that.
Okay?
It's going to be all out and finished by the end of 2018.
19.
19. Okay. So I'm promoting IMP.
Right.
And I'm promoting vendors.
Right, and I have a lot more articles and information they just gave me recently, like yesterday, that I'm going to be giving us more directions for vendors and things. I picked that product. I picked them. When I go sit down with a company, anybody wants me to market for them. It's the easiest sell I ever have. It's got to make sense for me or I don't want it. Okay? I've never had anybody say we don't need you. They always try to find a way to how can I afford you? How can I make this work? Because marketing, when you're the king of leads or the lead king, I can depict whatever I want. It's been a nice life, but hear me out. Excel trip, I picked that because I saw where they're going, I believed in what they were doing, I got to see their operation, and I said, I'm going to start marketing this now because SEO takes 90 days plus to get out. So I can start marketing this before it's even ready. By the time we can even put customers in, it's going to be February, or March, and now we're all starting to get hits. I looked at keywords, you guys, we're hitting them. So the thing about it is, as far as risk is, you know, I try to explain it the best. When I used to market for myself, I considered myself a little speedboat. I could make little changes really quick. I knew how to write. I knew I could index in 90 days because I knew what I was doing, right? The students, we don't all index in 90 days, and I'm foolish as think we're all going to be that good. I did this for over years. Now, when I first started, it took me way more than that. I operate a cruise ship because I'm as fast as our weakest link. So when I turn, I can only turn as fast as the weakest student. Does that make sense? So I saw that and said, oh my gosh, I got time to like navigate this thing. That was great for me. We get that going, we're going to propel it. I'm getting Excel Trip on the map as a name with the commercial, that all just lined up. But you guys, travel is a big industry. And we're able to market that. And again, if it didn't tie in with wine, I wouldn't have done it because I just got to try cross market. We only have so much time in the day. And I can tell you this, and I'm going to go back to the wine thing for a second, I'll go back to Excel Trip. That is a foundation. That's why I call it my #1 anchor. That's a foundational thing that we can build a steady, stable income on. Because as a marketer, if you have ups and downs, that's kind of hard to raise a family with. I can speak openly. You got ups and downs, right? And you got to be pretty tight with your money sometimes. Well, if you have a foundational product, like I've never had anything as foundational as wine. Voicemail for me was a foundation for 12 years. But when it was done, it was done. It was done. Wine isn't going to go away. I've never had a foundational product that I could just say, that thing will last forever. I've never had it. That's why I'm so excited about it. Now, Excel Trip, it's on the blockchain technology. That could last for a long time. I don't know what other technology is going to come out and replace it, but I can't bank on it forever. However, we got to market it now. We're going to be out there first. Now, there's other companies coming after travel. I talked to 3 of them already. One of the major differences that they don't know that I know is I've got 4,000 of us already marketing it. They're already making money on it. They already know where we're going with it. Try to compete with us. And yet we have a proponent with that. And the thing about it is that was a risk for us. Now, granted, they made it worthwhile for us. But I could pretty much demand what they paid us. It worked out pretty well. And you know, as we get bigger, those opportunities are going to get bigger for us too. You know, as a single person, we're not, even myself, I'm not the biggest marketer by myself compared to other marketing companies, but all of us together, I don't know anything bigger than us right now.
Yeah.
You guys, it's pretty amazing.
How many people you have, right? How many?
We got 4,800 bloggers.
4,800 of us?
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? You know, realize we got different levels, different components, and it starts raising and getting bigger. Is how it goes, right? We're adding about 200 a week, and I'm trying to double that right now because I think that we can handle it as mentors. Or else I would.
Absolutely, I think we can.
I think so too.
And
well, the thing about what we do is we kind of grow more mentors all the time.
Sorry.
And the right people stick, the right people, you know, come in, and I've been truly blessed. You guys, I don't even worry about different things. I'm like, I need this to happen. I put it out there, it comes in.